The largest pharmaceutical merger in history between Pfizer and Allergan has been abandoned after the US government took fresh steps to clamp down on tax avoidance deals. The $160 billion deal announced back in November was thrown into doubt following the move by the US Treasury to make these so-called tax inversion deals, by which corporations relocate their headquarters to countries with a lower tax rate. Shares in Pfizer have, on the all sessions on the IG platform, been rising. This is the daily chart. Yesterday we saw this big rise in Pfizer stock, taking it from resting at the 50-day moving average past the 100-day moving average, now at $31.81 and still rising as we go into the US session today. This is currently trading ahead of US trade today. That's the daily chart. If we look at some of the levels to watch out for, resistance coming through at $32.83, which is this first horizontal line here, and then we've got to go up to $33.57, which is the next line of resistance on the upside. That is if we pass this 200-day moving average. So we do have upside to go, but that being said, it is already overbought on the relative strength index, so potentially we could well see a little bit of certainly a slowdown in this rise, but ultimately looking as though Pfizer does want to return to the sort of normal levels that we had before this deal was hammered out last November. Let's look at one other company that's involved in this, the Allergan side of the deal. Allergan, again, it's a daily chart. This doesn't trade all sessions on the IG platform. Yesterday, it fell some 15%. But there is potential here for this to rise. It's oversold on the RSI. If it does rise, we've got some resistance coming in at $252. We're currently at $235. But if it was to return and close this gap, it's to return to the previous day's close, it would have to rise to $26.94. Unlikely we're going to see that sort of gain, but when these deals are announced out of hours, we do often see a recovery in a stock that takes a hit like this. So potentially there is upside, especially bearing in mind it is oversold. But Allergan at the moment opening at $235.92 on the New York Stock Exchange. It is registered in Ireland, but it does trade in the States.